Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, I was just thinking, it feels like a month since we last filmed. It's been a week.
It's been a week and it feels like Saturday already.
I know. Oh my gosh. Lots going on. Good stuff, So, hi. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in clear-ish, I think.
Yeah.
And sunny and kind of chilly, but okay, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there. It's going to be another nice day. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow and Saturday, not so much.
Yeah, it's going to be in the low 60s today for us here. I was looking at, what dress to wear for hot or cold, and I'm like, well, it's going to be colder the next 2 days.
Yeah.
So it's going to be rainy.
rainy.
It's going to be nasty. But welcome to Brevard. It's lovely, but it rains a lot. So,
Rainforest.
tropical rainforest, right? All right, so hi. So yeah, we're filming one day a week right now, and we're kind of mushing a bunch of things together. Mostly from the episodes that more people were watching, which was our Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yep. We do want to talk about the lovelies we get in and things like that, but we're not really doing the sale of the week right now. So as we're kind of both getting energy back from having COVID and realizing we were doing too much before we had COVID.
Trying not to be superhuman this time.
Yeah, which is really hard. It's very much hard not to go back to full steam ahead, which was really too much. So we'll just see what we get through today. We're just going to hang with you for a little bit. Yay! And most of what we do, because we don't have any questions. Our Thursday episode used to be Dear Becky and Lizzie, where we answered questions about that usually, hopefully, had related to knit and crochet. And you can still do that. I'm gonna say some things up front of you can still do that if you have things you would like us to ponder upon. Maybe theoretical knitting questions, even if it's something that we haven't done. We could theorize. We might not know. You're not gonna email me because I will lose it in the many emails I get. You're going to email
Liz at sundragonartandfiber.com.
Yes. And it's so weird to not be filming on Tuesdays because usually we're talking about how knit night is the same night as when we film, and it is no longer because we film on Thursdays, and knit night right now is on Tuesdays. I'm getting all the technical stuff out of the way first.
Yay!
Knit night is on Tuesdays from 7 to 8 right now on Zoom, and you get in with the shop phone number
828-877-3550.
Didn't even have to point at her. And we just recently had our absolutely lovely Sunday sit and stitch, which we do on Facebook Live and Zoom. And it's the shop phone number again. But she just said it. Just back up the video. So, our next one, do you remember when our next one's going to be?
Yes, it's April 14th.
And why do you remember that?
It's my birthday.
So, on her birthday, she's going to be hanging out on camera with y'all. So that's our next time that we're going to be doing a longer one on the weekend at a different time. I'm firing up the classes for brioche this weekend, and I have very little brioche to show you all that relates to that because we just got new yarn in that's sitting in boxes in the back waiting for Hannah to come help us. And I'm hoping to pick colors for a couple of different brioche projects from the yarn that is in those packages. So, I do not have a half-done brioche thing to show you right now, but I am also the classes. So it's a make-along, and everyone does make-alongs differently. And some people, it's just we all sit and do stuff, and some people, it's classes on a specific project, and I'm kind of doing a mishmash where my classes are both in-person and virtual, and there's no limit on the virtual. The in-person's kind of full, at least the first session. The virtual, we can have limitless numbers of people because you are mostly on mute and listening.
It's more of a masterclass type.
Yeah, there's a time for questions at the end, and you can put questions in the chat. But it is it's more of a masterclass listening to me talk about that specific skill and show you all some stuff. So this Sunday, you could still purchase this right up till like Saturday night, and I can get the link out to you. This Sunday is which is March 24th, I think.
I think so.
Is the one on brioche in the round, which, excuse me, borrow this head here. You dropped a thing.
And my needle.
Oh, okay. It's attached to your other end now, right?
Yeah.
So, brioche in the round is the top part of this cowl. It's, I think, the easiest way to, we have to cast on a lot more stitches than if we were doing just a little flat swatch. But it is the easiest way, I think, to learn brioche because each color, even though it's reversible, each color only has one task. And then 2 weeks from that day, which is April 6th, no, 7th. I keep confusing my Saturdays and Sundays. April 7th, for the virtual class, we will be doing brioche flat, where the colors have different tasks depending on which side they're on. But if you've taken brioche on the round, that makes a lot more sense. It's easier to tackle. And then 2 weeks after that, which is April 21st, we're having a class on how to fix basic mistakes in brioche, like forgetting to wrap your stitch. If a stitch drops down and hasn't gotten too far away from you, what do you do? And May 6th, 5th, 6th, I think.
Right before the yarn crawl.
The Sunday right before the yarn crawl, the first Sunday in May, we are going to have a class on increasing and decreasing in brioche. Just basics of increasing and a couple of different leaning decreases and how to do those. So you can buy those in our online shop.
I am going to say, because you did mention that they could buy them up until Saturday. You can buy them after Saturday and just get the recordings. So
yeah, you gotta let me know by Saturday that you want to be at Sunday's class.
Yeah.
Like if you buy it Sunday at noon, I may not be able to get you the link in time to join Sunday's class, which is U.S. time is at 1. They're all
Eastern.
1 to 3. Yes.
You said U.S.
I just said U.S. Because all of the U.S. is one time frame, right? You know. I'm still drinking my coffee. I had a lovely breakfast this morning. I made my own version of a HelloFresh, microwaved egg thing this morning, which was really good. With guacamole I got at the store. Actually, no, it was just avocado. It was just like mushed up avocado. All these fun things. It was like you're supposed to like put the saran wrap over like a cup, over a bowl. I used a cup, and I've done this before, but doing it with a narrower cup thing, it like the saran wrap went. And I was so worried because the reason I didn't use the bowl is it actually melted on the bowl.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, because I have childhood memories of my mom was at night school and she told my sister to take a meatloaf out of the fridge and put it in the oven. And she didn't tell her to take the saran wrap off because she thought it was obvious. My sister was like a preteen at the time, so it was not obvious. So halfway through eating it, we went, what's this stuff on the pan? And realized we were eating plastic. So, but this morning's came right off. It was good. It was messy and yummy and yay. So mornings have been interesting recently.
So much.
I had one more short story and then we can get to what we're making progress on and things that we're doing. Because the cat did it again this morning. So I've rearranged the furniture in my bedroom. So when I wake up, the cat, it has a harder time trying to sneak up on me, but he wants to sneak up on me if he hasn't been my alarm clock. Because if I don't wake up in time, he comes on the bed and meows at me and annoys me, which is really great when I forget to set my alarm.
Yeah.
He's my backup. But when I get up of my own recognizance, I will look over at the door. I have a straight line of sight to the door now, and I'll look over there, and he's like trying to really slowly creep in. And he'll be like, I think he thinks I'm a T-Rex. Because
if he doesn't move, you can't see him.
he does this like, I will just freeze here and then you will forget that I am in the doorway and I am trying to sneak up on you.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
You know? And if I stare him down, which I often do, then he'll be like, if I'm okay. Now, if I move really slowly, which is like the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, if I move really slowly, you still can't see me. And usually this means I have to get the water bottle and spray him. This morning I had to spray him several times before. And I sprayed him, and I thought he went away. And then I'm reaching over to get my glasses, and I see these little ears right underneath where I'm about to reach over, and I'm like, uh-oh. He still did because to bring all of the TV metaphors in that we can, it was like the weeping angels in Doctor Who.
Don't blink.
There's a video, don't blink, and it shows the cat, and it's like you don't look at him, and you look back, and he's like halfway there, and don't look at him, and you look back, and he's right there. So yes, I've been playing not so more literal than usual cat and mouse with my cat. So, and he's annoyed when I outsmart him in some way. So, I also think he's got some hairballs that he just refuses to get rid of. I'm like, just I know it doesn't feel good. Just get him up, because he's complaining right now. But anyway, so Liz, she's laughing partially at me and partially because I let her talk about things first, and you've been going,
I have nothing.
But you're working on something. I'm gonna move the head in the hat and stuff.
I yesterday morning got my box mailed off to my fam, so my brother-in-law will have his blanket.
Your Texas blanket
was done. Blankets, all the ends got woven in on Tuesday night, and there were 196 ends. Because there were a couple of spaces that I had extra ends.
Well, and also on Sunday you said that you had 100 and
it was
90, but it was more
96 squares with 2 ends each.
Okay. And you said, and we heard on the other end 90 because your sound cuts out once in a while on your phone. And so Jeff did the math for us, which was 180. And then, but he'd only heard 90. But then you found extra ends too.
There were a couple of places where, when I was sewing the stripes together, sorry.
First of all, she doesn't need to apologize. Does not need to. And third of all, that's more than usual. I wait until she's done and say, bless you.
Thank you.
Okay.
There were a couple spots where I didn't make it across the square that I needed to get the end finished. So I had to add in extra yarn. So there were like 196 ends to weave in. Mm-hmm. And
well, that is impressive.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I didn't mean to cut you off. You said something. You were about to say something.
So I got that mailed off, and then yesterday I was sitting there going, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
She was having a crisis of not conscience or anything, but a crisis of indecision.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I'm done with 1/5 of my Christmas presents from last Christmas, and
the option of continuing on with Christmas presents was
I want to take a break. I want to take a break because
it's not a viable one.
Yeah, I want to play with something else, and I don't know what to do. And
I told her to start a new project.
And I thought about it. I did technically start a new project. Once, it was probably about 3:00 in the afternoon before I started this new project. I'm spinning my hair for May.
That's true. And that's not over here. We're not going to show it to you.
No.
So, but right now you're working on, if anyone is new or forgot, what are you working on?
This is my Gooday's 1864 shawl that I'm striping and making out of mamacha. I have 4 or 5 of them.
I was going to say, how many Good Day shawls like this do you have at this point?
I have 5.
Out of mamacha? Or, yeah. Because I think you have more than...
Yeah, the mamacha is just so super squishy and yummy. And
it's really good for winter. Never mind that we're heading out of winter. There's still cold days.
Yeah. these are so warm and squishy. I don't really need a sweater or a coat like when I wear them. They're just cuddly. The reason I'm working on this is it was on the table when we started filming. So, but I've done almost 2 stripes. So, yeah.
Just sitting here, waiting for me to get ready.
Because I'm not very far, and I had to back out half a row because I forgot the increases. But
it happens. It's a thing.
So.
All right, so I've let you had your 2
Yep, that's
minutes.
all I got. Like,
I'm shoving this over here because I have something buried. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, let me start with the oldest. Technically, I'm done with this guy, except, and I forgot to show him off last week, even though he was at this state last week, because I say technically, not really. He needs eyes.
You know what? He could just be an elephant without eyes.
He could, but I'm gonna play around with giving him a facial expression. If I don't like it, I'll take it off.
Okay, whatever.
It requires finding some extra black yarn and sitting down with it. I could probably find
that for you. She doesn't want me to, so.
I mean, you could. I'm just. I hesitate to say lazy because there's too much going on. I just haven't gotten around to it. But he has two like this is Millie the Elephant is the pattern by Susan B. Anderson. Susan B. Anderson. I was covering up my face. Sorry. And now he's got 2 legs to kick. And a tail. I'll show you the tail in a second. But he sits up on his own if I get just the right angle because he doesn't have anything in the bottom to weight him. But yes, I made a cute little tail. I'll put it up near my hair so you can see it because on my face you might not. He's got a cute little tail. He was really fun. I made him with Cascade 220 Superwash hand paints in some kind of pink color we have. I don't think the hand paints are online yet. I haven't gotten a lot of new yarn online. The Botanica, which I'll show off in a second, I have using Cascade's pictures. I have put up a lot of Katrinkle's, like, fun, silly stuff that we have, though, online. Because that's a little easier to do than trying, like, the things we need to take photos of. So, Katrinkle's, we got a little coin. Like, they do a lot of wood stuff, so most of this stuff is wood. But we got a coin that you get to flip that says start a new project or finish one already in progress. And we've had someone joke that it should say start a new project on both sides.
That's what I'm going for.
We have a tag you can put on your project bag that says project hibernating. It looks like a little bear face. We got a lot of fun things, so check out the Katrinkles category. So yeah, this guy, he's pretty much done. Well, here's the thing though. I didn't have safety eyes, so I marked where the eyes are supposed to go with little open-close stitch markers. And I'm thinking about either giving him little beady eyes with yarn or making him look like he's going, ugh. But that's an inside joke. So I may not want to do that for the shop. Or I may want to make another one for home. So I wanted to show you him because he is super adorable. Like Susan B. Anderson's patterns are very well done. And I think Kathleen's making the rabbit right now. Mm-hmm. The other thing, I've finished the knitting on, but I haven't blocked because I want to get some color catchers because I did have some Grello like this leech a little bit when I had a multicolor project I was blocking. And I did all that shopping at the grocery store yesterday. They don't have them at Ingles. I looked.
Might have some at home.
No, I ordered it from Amazon, but if that doesn't come soon before the weekend, I will have you bring them in.
Okay.
So color catchers from Shout. There's a couple different companies. Sometimes they're at your local grocery store. They were not at mine. But this is the Sonatine that I was making with the Feederbrook Fusion and color changing and solid fern. And I still have, sorry little dude. Here's what I have left of the Fusion, and here's what I have left of the Fern. So I really kind of want to do a color work with background and color work pattern with this, but I have to find a pattern that only uses that and not anymore because I don't want to waste more yarn from my shop. But Isn't this pretty?
That is gorgeous.
And this is going to, you're supposed to block it before, it's a triangle cowl, but you're supposed to block it. It's the Sonatine by D. O'Keefe. You're supposed to block it before you sew it together because there's a little tab here and a little tab here that are going to get sewn together. So it's going to, and this is the medium size. So the reason you want to block it before you sew it together, you want to block it to her measurements if you can. I did not test my gauge before I started. But I don't know if you can tell by me just having it like this is, first of all, it's easier to block flat rather than sewn together. And also the lace part of it kind of has a different stretch than the garter because they're very, like the lace, first of all, the lace is stockinette, like all the knits on one side, all the purls on the other. Whereas garter is you knit every row, so you kind of have knits and purls. If you're looking at just the front, you've got rows of knits and purls, what looks like it all on the same side. It has a different tension. And so blocking it might help even out that tension between the two things. If I just left it as is, like if you look at the bottom, like there's a weird pull where the lace section is. Right? I'm putting it right on my forehead. And that will look nicer if I block it. So,
and it'll make the lace work sing a bit more.
Yeah, the lace will open up a bit more. Lace likes to be blocked because it can be puckery and just, we showed you all my Dodge shawl. It was very puckery before I blocked it. And sometimes you want that puckeriness, like the dragon cowl I'm working on, which I don't have here right now. I don't think you actually need to block that because it's meant to have like these weird little puckers based on increasing and decreasing to make it have texture. But lace, when it has that texture, you can't really see your lace pattern. So I finished the knitting on this the same night of the sit and stitch. Sit and stitch I got to just past the green here. And then the last few rows of garter I got done that night. What else? This is all half finished stuff. Next most finished but not nearly finished thing. This was morning meditation this morning. This is the summer noose. Let me see if I can find, the summer noose is it? There we go.
There you go.
I was like, no, I can't see the thing.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing. The summer noose top that I'm doing with the Botanica I did. I borrowed Cascades pictures to get this online. I still had to do some photo editing to get them into just enough pictures for online. Anyway, I left this on the half barber cord thing that I had it on for photos. Although I was starting to slide it back when I went, no, I'll leave it for when I show you guys. Because I'm knitting this on 32-inch circulars. So, it's really squished up when I'm knitting it, but on the barber cords, you can see some of the texture. That's how far I've gotten.
You've gotten pretty good. It's the whole sweater is different stacks of texture.
And I think they repeat, but it's kind of, it keeps you going because it's like that. But I will hold it up closer. I'm on a 3x2 rib right now. So this is a sport weight, and I'm knitting on a size 9 needle, and the stitches are really to get gauge. I was like, yeah, you're right to bring it up. Okay.
Well, I mean, I would knit on a size 9 needle because I'm not knitting. Just because. But you're actually
But yeah, look, it looks like it's going to fit. Haha. So, I think there's a few more rows of this 3x2 ribbing and another purl ridge that separates texture and one more set of texture, and then I'm supposed to be pretty much ready to separate my sleeves, which is really cool. And this is still my first ball of yarn, by the way. All this. And it started this size. So it doesn't look like a lot, but it's a lot because it's thin and cotton's got this is a good twist cotton. It's organic cotton that's dyed with natural dyes. This is Marigold Speckle. And yeah, I think it's going to be super cute. So, but I hadn't made a lot of progress on that until just yesterday. So, we need to open the shop soon. moved our clock.
We didn't.
Someone moved it for us. So the last thing I'll show, I'm trying to work on one old project while I'm doing the new projects, and that's my Tecumseh. And guess what? I don't have it today. I left it at home because I'm trying to knit on it. But next week, hopefully I can show you a lot of progress on my Tecumseh by Caitlin Hunter. I started white squirrel socks, and there's no white squirrels yet. But I just got to the color work, so you probably can't even see it on camera. There's a little bit of white there.
You see?
They are the Seek socks. What?
I want to see.
What? Sorry.
Because you showed everybody else and I can't see. Oh!
It should be like, ah! I'm starting acorns. Those are little acorns.
Oh, they're so cute!
So, the Petite Knitter put out Seek sock patterns, S-I-K, no spaces in it. S-I-K. And those are Arctic ground squirrels. And of course, they're squirrels, so I have to make them white. And hers, she switched colors, which I've done with socks before, where the main color is and the accent color are different depending on which sock. This one, I want white squirrels, so I'm going to have a sparkly blue background and white squirrels on them. Hopefully I'll have progress to show you all next week.
Which will make them look like white Arctic squirrels in the blue cold stuff.
Except it's Brevard. But
Except
yes.
it's Brevard, yes.
The church bells are chiming, which means we have a couple minutes till it's officially 10. But we should go. I got in late today, so shocker. It's because I was having a good breakfast,
as one does,
and having battles with my cat. I imagine, and I want you all to imagine that when my cat is stalking me, like the anime slow motion, like whoa, I'm like falling back with my like my spray bottle. As he goes sideways, I'm like and yeah.
He probably thinks he's a lion or a tiger, you know.
I'm sure he does.
He thinks he's a giant cat, and you are but a little mouse.
And I have anime battles with him with my spray bottle. So anyway,
like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff.
We are halfway. We're getting to the halfway through the 1870s right now. So
wow.
When we get to 2,000 subscribers, we will have a YouTube only sale. Still will take us a while to get there, but we'll keep promising it to you. So, all right. Bye, everybody. Bye. We'll see you next week.